starting the recording there. And it does do that, which is great. And then, so this one, you'll be able to, let's see, I can put this in better. I'm gonna make me bigger, not because I want to see you in small, but so that you could see it in the video. I don't know, will it let me? Let's see. No.
You're big on mine.
I know, I was trying to be big on mine, but no, I'm gonna have to be small. But let's see, because I'm recording you. Yeah, this will just have to work. You'll at least hear a lot of it. And yeah, oh, I know. How can I put the doll head in there too? No, I can't put the doll head in there too. Okay, that's it. And you can see my doll head, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So I made you some custom ones. One, I left a little bit of the harder plastic in the center. Take a look at both of them. One of them is totally just soft inside, which is like mine. You see that?
Okay.
So one is super soft, and then the other one has actually, let me see the middle part of both of them. So see how that one has a little more right here? And then that one is totally, oh, I guess I made yours more strong in the middle and just left a little space in between. That's what you really need.
Okay.
This is the first one I made. I know what happened. This is the first one I made for you. Then I'm like, she can use a little bit more strength. So I gave you the good ones, and I kept the first original one.
I
so,
see.
all right.
Really customized, so that's amazing.
Yeah, so that's completely customized for you.
Wow. Okay.
So the grip band, pull out the grip band.
Now this looks different than the one I had before.
This grip band, let's see it. The very ends of it, what does it look like, the very ends of it?
It's just straight, there's no tie.
Is there elastic or grip? It's grip?
No, it's just grip.
That's grip at the very bottom? Oh, great. Those are the brand new ones. So, guess what? You're going to have to give me another 15 minutes. That's what I forgot. I forgot to make a grip band for this class. Give me 15 minutes. I need to make another grip band. Unless I can, wait, unless I can rip this one off. Let's see. Without damaging it. I've just been so cuckoo crazy, and I'm getting the downstairs unit this weekend, this Monday.
Oh, nice.
And so I've been planning, I've been, doing stuff. It's just been crazy.
A lot going on.
Yeah, but it's for the good, and that's no excuse to not be prepared. I'm prepared. It's just this grip band, but look, it's coming off easy, so I'm just gonna use this one.
How was your visit? Did you just sign in last
Oh yes, it went really well. She
week?
really enjoyed the class, and yeah, we got busy.
That's
Now
good.
for you, you're not going to use any glue or tape because you have enough of your own hair. But on this one, I taught her, to where the grip band goes to mark it, and that's where you do the tape, and then you do the glue. And as you can see, it's not like a lot compared to people who do the whole thing. And you can be without hair, or you can be with just a little tiny patch back there. and only have three little spots where you have glue. You know, actually on this one, no. She wanted to see what it was like to do the extra on the sides as well, the sides and back. So around the perimeter. So all of this, at least all of this right here, any hair here doesn't have to be shaved.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people, when they're doing the non-surgical hair replacement,
yes. And
you
they have to
know,
shave your hair
you
off.
shave everything off, and the people don't want to shave their hair. A lot of people, they get so sad because they have to shave their hair off. You know, with this you don't have to. You could still have non-surgical hair replacement solutions and not have to shave it all off. Now, if they're, you know, really bad, severe hair loss, yeah, we're gonna need some glue and tape around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Story.
that's it.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
And most of the time, people don't have hair there. The perimeter is the one that's gone.
Yes, that's so true.
The
That's
perimeter
what
is the one that's
I'm
gone.
thinking.
So it's like, it's okay.
It works.
Yeah, you know, there's nothing to shave there because there's nothing there. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and take the grip band. Now remember, a secret to the grip band is where it's slanted, that goes around the ear. Okay, just remember that. So then that way you never put it on backwards. Where it's slanted, that goes around the ears. Another thing to remember is that the grip band is not the weave buddy. So you don't have to put it way up here to the front. You don't have to put it way up in the front. You put it where the need is to extend the attachment of the weave buddy. That's what the grip band is for, to extend that attachment. So now you have this much more to be able to connect that weave buddy to.
Okay. Can you show me the side so I can see her ear?
Okay.
Okay, just making sure I got it. So
Yeah.
the slant goes
The
towards
slant
the ear. Yeah.
goes around the ear. Also, when you put it on, as you can see, it bunches up. That's okay. As soon as we sew it down, it's gonna go into place.
Okay.
So don't, always leave yourself some space around the ear,
Okay.
and that's what it should look like on both
Okay.
sides. Now, I made these with grip so that they could just easily, you can just easily connect them. Oh,
Oh wow, look at that nose.
right?
Okay.
Before it used to be elastic, but the problem was too many people were saying that didn't fit, so that then they don't use it.
Okay.
Instead of taking the elastic and just sewing it together.
Tweaking it, yeah. It's like
You know, they're like, oh, I didn't use it because it didn't fit. I'm like, okay, yeah, you really should have taken my class. Because that's a pathetic excuse for not using it. But okay. So, all right, so that's, see how they just wrap around together. And then once they do wrap around together, go ahead and just get a little clip and clip it like that. That way it just doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
Okay, another thing, you just want to make sure that the weave buddy is actually, the grip band is going around the edges of your braids,
Around the edges, okay.
And also that the front is even. Look how mine is not even. So you want to make sure the front is even. So I'm going to come back to it here and move it a little bit so it can be even. There we go. Then we're going to go ahead and sew on the grip band to our existing braids. So when you're attaching your needle and thread, you want to attach it to the braid first before you start sewing on the grip band. That just gives it more strength. So I'm, attaching it to
And you're just going directly into it.
Okay, so let me show you again. So, Can you see well? Or should I make it a little bigger?
Oh, no, I can see.
Okay, so first I connected it to the braid.
Okay.
And then brought it down here. I say I travel with my needle. So then I traveled down here to meet the edge of it. Okay. Now you're not gonna sew anything up here because there's nothing up here to sew. Now for you, you might have a little, hairs here and there, but that's braided separately and it's not gonna be touched. Okay. So then now we're gonna go ahead and start. Do you have your needle in? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. See how I go on from underneath? Instead of trying to get it this way, you might poke yourself or so from underneath. And for you, it might be a little challenging because you're gonna be doing it on yourself, but it just takes practice. You see, so I'm just barely, and another thing I'm not doing is I'm not pulling. So I'm just gently attaching it, and wherever the thread ends gently, that's where it goes. You're not like doing any pulling.
And are you just doing one stitch per braid, or are you doing multiple stitches per braid?
I'm actually more focused about 1/3 inch going downward on the grip band. So wherever that stitch lands, that it's more about trying to attach it 1/3 in between spaces downward. And watch, there's going to be a point where there is no, you don't see a braid here, but the braid, I'm going to have to bring this closer for you.
So just to clarify, you're attaching it to the braid closest to the ear, or just the braid above it?
Oh, hold on a second. I feel like I have it too high. Here we go. Is that better? Okay.
Yes, it is.
So my attachment, see the grip band there is a space. Okay, so now I attached it where the braids began. The end of the grip band in the back, but the beginning of the braids in the front.
Okay.
I didn't go up here because there's nothing here.
So it doesn't have to be the braid closest to the ear all the way around, just wherever it lands?
Not sure about the question, but let's just continue.
Let me watch you.
Okay, so then there's a braid underneath this wee buddy.
That.
So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that braid.
Okay, that was my question.
Okay. And then there's still a braid there, and so I'm going underneath and grabbing it. That's why it's nice to get in there this way instead of this way, because this way you can't see where that braid is, but if you go on through this way, you're gonna grab that braid. Okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and stop here just because what I do to one side, I like to do to the other.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and start this side. This side is gonna be fun because I get to try to work around it. Okay. So I'm again attaching my needle and thread to the braid first. Getting a good, solid attachment of the thread. Then I go ahead and go under, grab the grip band and sewing it on. No pulling, just gentle, because if you pull, you're gonna move it. You want it to stay right there during the time of attachment.
Okay, so the problem I had when I was telling you how I find that it slides backwards. Is that more to do with the grip band or both? I'm not sure because you'll know once we go through the process of attaching the whole weave buddy. Because this is like
this is just barely nothing compared to what we're gonna go through in this session. So let's go through the whole class, and then I think the questions will answer themselves.
Oh, perfect.
And if not, you will definitely have some time to answer any question.
Okay.
Have answered any question. Okay, so I'm just still continuing to work downward and gently applying this. Now, see how there's a little extra braid over here?
Yes.
I'm not tripping on that, okay? I'm not about to move how perfectly this is balanced because there's a little braid over here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna pull this is nicely, placed. So we wanna keep it in place, and that's why I say no pulling. And so don't worry if you have a little extra braid popping through, because the weave buddy anyway, when it goes over, you won't even be able to see that. It'll be covered. Okay. So let me turn this a little more. I'm gonna go to this side. And now as they're meeting, you just want to go ahead and sew both sides up onto I'm sewing it onto the braids that are underneath this guy.
Okay.
Let's see if we about trying to get both views. Oh, I might have both views right there. Okay. So on mine, I see that the band that connects at the nape, it's right on the very bottom braid. So you're gonna sew that onto sew it onto the very bottom braid. So underneath this is the very bottom braid.
Got it.
And yours should land about there as well.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Anything extra, like I have a little extra here, if you look up for a sec, I'm just gonna trim it, because it's, less bulk.
Okay.
One thing I always say is, say for example, you went down here and your thread was so long, so you're like, I'm just gonna go upward. No. Because it will buckle. So you always, both sides evenly, from top to the nape, from top to the nape. Everything you do when you're attaching the weave buddy and when you're attaching the grip band. Because just because you have extra long, super long thread, don't go up. It'll be a mess. You'll have to undo it.
Is to do that.
What's that?
I said my tendency is to do that.
Yes.
Like It's like, yeah.
Yes, yes, but you know, you can do that once the wee buddy is attached. When you're attaching your hair,
Uh-huh.
that's fine. But when you're attaching the wee buddy, everything has to be from top to nape, from top to nape on both sides, so that it can, you know, be on flat.
Okay.
Or else you're gonna get some bubbling or some buckling. All right. Let's see how it's going. Okay, you might want to do it, you did it about every inch. You might want to
So I
go
need to closer together?
closer together, about between 1/3 to a half. Not now, that now is fine. But I mean, for your, when you're doing it on yourself, try to go a little closer together. Okay? We're then going to, when you're ready, we're going to take our wig net. Do you have a wig net?
I do.
Yay! Good student, good student. Okay, so I like to take the side that has the thick stuff. Just get that off. Take that off. You don't need.
Okay,
that.
so you have the open top one or the closed top?
Mine says the open top, but it could be closed. Either way,
Okay.
just remove the elastic. And that net, is it stretchy? Is that net?
Mhm.
Okay, good. You could always too use the even thinner nets like
The
this.
thinner one, okay.
Yeah, for next time, but for this time, let's go ahead and use that.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, just the real thin ones.
The real stretchy one.
Yeah, because the wee buddy already, there's enough protection with this. You don't need it that thick. But yeah, like usually, because that one's like a form-fitting one, usually we want to get rid of that elastic. I don't know if I want to get rid of that elastic because you could, let's see, put it on and let's see how big it is. Because see, these kind I like because they stretch so far that you can remove that thick elastic. But let's see what this one does.
Stuck.
Okay, so it does go around, it goes over the grip band, right? Goes over it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because then what you're going to do is just you see the back part of the weave blade, just like how we sewed it onto the braids. We're gonna sew from top where the silk is.
Yes.
Okay. Starting from there, we're gonna sew that net onto all the way around onto the back part of the grip band.
Okay.
Okay, and
But going through the braids again?
not through the braids. Not through the braids, A, and B, yeah, just make sure it's it's over, just real flat and over there, yeah. Because then we're gonna cut the rest of that off. So that's good that it was stretchable enough to do that. So, right, we do this. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, so my stray dog is back. Let me show you my stray dog. We call him Negro. So he comes and goes. He's a street dog. Comes and goes. Come on in, come on. And see now, because I have the beach, he comes in and out. He goes down to the beach. They've got all kinds of beds, and so he comes and chills out, you know. Oh, yeah, I just got him fixed. I've had him for 4 months now. Just got him fixed. He was in a really tough dog fight, so all of this was ripped off, and he's just healing from that. And then he had tumors, so he just had his first batch of chemotherapy, and he's got 7 more chemotherapies to go. I'm like, you cost me more than my dogs.
You know, my dog just got diagnosed with tumors, mast cell tumor.
Are they doing chemotherapy on him?
They recommended it, but we're going more a holistic route.
Okay.
So we met with a holistic vet, and we're trying to take care of internally first.
Right. Well, his tumors needed to get done because he was bleeding through the penis. Just dripping blood everywhere, all over the place.
Yeah, he had something done.
It had to be, like, it couldn't wait for holistic.
Yeah.
It had to be
Immediate, yeah. Yeah.
So after 3 days, it stopped. The penis stopped bleeding. So the chemo worked.
Eating it normally?
And he's what?
Eating and drinking normally?
Yes. It took him 3 days. He lost his appetite and everything, and he was throwing up. Like the first 2 days, he was throwing up, but it's part of the chemo, you know. But now he's just all like, woo, he's happy.
Oh,
So
that's so good.
yeah. So 7 more chemos to go, but.
Yeah, that chemo is pricey. Are you getting it down there in Mexico?
Yes, which is only $100 a pop.
Stop. Here it would be for a full round $6,000.
Yeah, $100 a pop, and he includes now that he knows that he's a thrower-upper, he's going to include the shot to keep him from getting nauseous. Yeah, and he's just so good. He's just so good. But here it's just so much more affordable.
Yes, definitely.
I know. Let me check, make sure this is still running. Okay. So let me go ahead and catch up with you because you're sewing and I'm talking and I'm not doing nothing.
I'm sure you're so fast at you know. And so this one I'm spacing it about the same. You said like about a third.
This one could be about a half because this is just the net. The net is very almost insignificant, but it helps for where there's spots here that there's no weave buddy. It does help as attachment, and plus people feel good when they wear nets. People just feel good to wear a net, but half an inch is just fine.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the freedom and security I felt with this weave buddy was something I haven't had in years.
Awesome. Yeah, it's too bad, that you couldn't make it down more often, but I get it.
And I'm doing right on the back end of
On the back, all the back end of, just like we did for the braids, but yeah. But this one, now you don't have to even dig into the braids because it's just, the net is just attaching to the grip band itself. Oh my God! I heard water, and I thought I had my bathtub on, but it was just I have a fountain sounds in through my TV, but it freaked me out. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna make a flood. That's so funny. Okay, so now, see it? Remember how before you used to be able to make your screen big and the other person's big small? Not anymore. I'm not able to do that. Oh well. Oh. So what I'm going to do then is I want to film me actually. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Where there is a will, there's a way, girl. I'm gonna find that way. What I'm trying to do is, I want you to have a video that shows more details. So just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Girl, I'm gonna get down on some getting down. Can you see me?
Yeah, it's so weird to have that option.
I know. It used to, remember how you used to be able to make your screen big? Can you hear me though? Cause I got it, I'm set now. I could make this work. Is the voice good? Oh, you know what? Hold on. I don't even need that. Yeah. Okay. See, because having both on was causing me to not hear you. But I know another way to do this big screen thing. Video. Okay. All right. Oh no. That's so sweet. All right, there we go.
I fainted.
You good?
Yeah, my iPad just fainted.
Okay, I heard you say you fainted. I'm like, oh no!
My iPad fainted.
That is not good! What's going on here? So you're all done, and now I have to catch up. I just want it on the video. Okay. So what I did to one side, I'm going to do to the other. Bring down the needle and thread. I'm just sewing the net. This should have not taken so long, so I apologize for that.
Actually, you are right where I am.
Oh, okay. I thought you were sitting there waiting for me. Oh, okay, good. So how long did your sewing last when I did your hair?
It lasted, I'd say I kept it in for like 8 weeks, 6 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. And when I took it down, it hadn't started sliding. It was still perfectly where it should have been.
Oh my, that's wonderful.
Yes. It's such a good install. It was really good.
Thank you. Now, how long have you been doing your hair on your own?
Ooh. Long time. I think the last time I went to a hairdresser, I was in my early 20s, so at least 20 years.
Okay, good. And then you have been practicing installing the wig buddy on yourself, so all you need is this little fine tuning.
Yeah, just a
And
few little pieces that I'm missing.
right. And hopefully you can meet some people that you can, do their hairs and make up for the cost that you incurred on this.
But you know what? It's so worth it because the cost of lace front wigs
Uh-huh.
and they have to be replaced are often comparable. So,
Okay.
like if you really want a good unit, so it definitely it makes up for itself.
Okay, good. Thank you. I feel better. Okay, so now I'm just removing the needles and the extra net. I just bring it back. In your case, when you bring it back, at that point you can go ahead and cut off the thickness of it if you want. you know, I just want you to have breathability. You know, so
Yeah, this band is pretty thick.
it's pretty thick. So it's up to you. If you feel like, you know, that it's breathable enough, leave it. And if not, just cut around it. I'm leaving mine like this because look how thin mine is.
Yeah, there's.
You know, and for me, I have this big old hole, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close that up real quick. I can't hold you.
Oh, is that really fun?
Yeah, he wants me to hold him. He's such a baby. I'm gonna put him on his stroller. He has his own stroller. So he likes being on that when I'm busy. He used to have his own bassinet, but I ended up giving it away because I had adopted a 3-month-old dog that some homeless guy had in the street. He was dangling him, and I stopped, like, for sale. So I stopped and gave him like 200 pesos and said, "Give me that dog." So now I have this little tiny puppy. No, not 3 months, 3 weeks. He was like this. So then I had to basically treat him like a baby. So I had to take his bassinet and give it to him because he was crazy. 3 weeks, he was crazy. So then what? I got him adopted. I know. Yeah. So then I got that dog. I named him Gunther. I got him adopted at 3 months. So I gave him his little bassinet. It was like one of those Moses bassinets. But so then I bought this little guy a stroller. He likes it. He's like, okay. So this is the stroller. I don't know if you could see it. So you're gonna be here like a good boy, okay? Look how he likes. Look how he. So cute. Okay. There's that.
The front of yours?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Can I see the front?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, and you did get rid of the thick.
Yes.
Isn't that nice? Okay. So we're in alignment. It looks good. Next step, hey, the weave buddy. So, on my customers, I like to take it from the back forward. So if I were putting it on me, this is what I would do. I would take it and then grab my little hairs under here and then pull it.
Oh, okay.
So for you're braided, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't really have anything there. But so I would just put it on from the back forward. I like to go like this all the way. Make sure, again, yours is all braided, but just make sure everything is nice and flat, and then just kind of bring it this way.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And then so for the doll head, I'm just going to go from behind and place it over the grip band. Now, the grip band and the grip that's under here will kind of attach immediately together. So just kind of lift it until you get it to the spot, the perfect spot where you want it to lay. So you want to make sure that it's up forward enough so you could have a good hairline. Some people, when they first do it, they put it way back here where the braids are back here, and then end up with a bald spot over here. So you
Okay.
you want to make it, bring it forward, and in front, of course, way more forward than what your grip band is. So let me show you. This is a nice new hairline, and just make sure both sides are even. These doll heads have a very interesting shape of head, so luckily you don't.
Is it too far forward?
Let me check it out. No, I like that.
That's
It
okay.
feels too far forward, but no, I think it's good. And then on our doll heads, we're gonna put the elastic band behind the ear because they have no ears and stuff, and so we're just gonna, to make it stay on, put it behind the ear. But for you, you just put it under your chin.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna, what we do to one side, we're gonna do to the other side. So we're gonna start at the top of the opening here. Your top opening is more over here, so I'm gonna start up here with you. So grab the needle and thread onto the lace of the grip band.
Okay.
Okay, that's what it's for. The lace of that grip band, your underneath grip band,
Right.
that top lace, if you can, if you can find it. Another thing that you can do that will help you, pull in your protective paddle up here. Underneath, just on this top part, underneath the grip band, just on the top part. So, and push it all the way through. That way, when you're sewing, you don't poke
Okay.
you don't poke
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Did it go in there?
I did.
Okay.
And so I'm just sewing on the lace.
You're sewing on the lace, and then I'm gonna bring it down to this corner here. And guess what? I'm gonna leave this needle and thread here, and take another needle and thread and do the same thing, because right now the weave buddy is susceptible to moving if the top is not attached firmly all the way.
Can I see your top? Can you push it
Yes.
down a little?
So all I did was grab from the top here and
It might too far. So
from the top, wherever, I attached it to this one right here, but really you have that extra. Let me see yours, because you have a little extra more than I do. God, I wish I would have made them the same. Okay, yep, you're at the wrong place.
yes, I just noticed that. Okay.
Remove that. So the attachment is at the back right now, not at the front. So behind where that square, that big square back there, you're gonna be attaching there. And your grip band your lace for the grip band should be around there.
I think I'm in the right place now.
So I did one side just to the end, and I'm gonna do the other side just there to the end. It helps to get that needle and thread in there first. And as you work on one side to another, go ahead and, move your grip band. I mean, your paddle.
Okay.
My problem is that I reused a grip band that has glue on it. So I can't really do what I want you to do. Yours can slide, mine is stuck because it has glue on it.
Now with mine, the part that you're sewing onto is it's a lot shorter because
Yeah.
that's okay. So just
Where,
make sure to sew it
where
on.
are you? You're back. Okay, you're there. Okay, yes, yes. Now start on that. Now go ahead and work your way to the first point there. You see this part right here? Work your way to there, to here.
Okay, so what about the two underneath? Because there are two underneath, and then it starts on top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we're not working on anything in the front, only the back. So right now you want to, you're sewing all the back area and then towards,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
you're not going front, you're going
Backwards.
back. So right now, because that's how I make it flat. You wanna know how I make it flat?
I will do whatever you do.
Okay.
Do what you do. Okay, so then towards the back.
So work towards the back, not towards the front. We're not working on the front right now. So, as I said, you want to be working simultaneously to make sure that this top back part is firm. If this part is firm, it's gonna not move on you for the rest of the sewing, okay? This part has to be flat and firm. So from the middle, going downward towards the back, not towards the front.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish this part on this corner, and I'm gonna make sure that other side does the same. What will happen there is that it will form a firm foundation to the rest of sewing the wee buddy in. This has to be firm up here at the crown. And if you have a lot of thread left over, go ahead, if this is nice and flat, go ahead and tack this part down to this square. And don't worry, because you will have this video.
That first square.
Okay, so we went to here on both sides, right? And then if you have leftover thread on this side, go ahead and tack down the square that connects the crown.
Okay.
Might as well just get that done too, real quick. So just the square, nothing else. And then go ahead and go back to this corner here. And just only that. And I want to make sure everything stays flat, no buckling. So now I'm going to go to this other side, and since I have a long needle and thread here too, I'm going to travel with my needle and go ahead and tack down this side of the square. I'm talking about, I'm referring to the square that is attached to the crown. So I'm tacking that down too. And then I'm going to go ahead and take it back to the corner of the front, the back part of the front.
The back part of the
The
front.
back part of the perimeter. Okay, this is crown, this is perimeter. How's that? So
And
the
so
back,
it's that back net part of the perimeter.
yeah. So what I did was first I'm going to go back and tell you what I did. Okay? Can you see this clearly? So I made sure that this whole front was attached and both of the corners. Then I took my super extra long remaining thread, traveled with the needle, and just grabbed the square that connects the crown
Okay.
on both sides, and then went back to the back of the perimeter of when I say the weave buddy, I'm talking about the plastic mesh, okay?
Okay.
When I say the net, I'm talking about the lace net, I'm talking about the lace net. But if I say the back of the perimeter, it's the hard plastic mesh I'm
The hard
referring.
part, okay.
Yes. So now both my needles are here back again at the back end of the perimeter. I'm right here. Are you here?
Okay, not yet.
Okay.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Okay.
Go back to the back perimeter.
Actually, that looks really good. Yep, looks really good.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then, so your next move, you flatten that top square that holds the crown. The next move is to get back on the corner here.
Okay.
Point to me your corner that you think I'm talking about.
Right here.
I can't see. The back end of it. Yes. So you should be there, already have stitched across this way, and you're there on both sides. So then at that point, we're just gonna go in and sew the back end of the perimeter onto the net, because right now there shouldn't be any hair there. And if there is hair there, you're making sure that your protective paddle is all the way through so that it doesn't hurt your little hairs there.
And you're going through the little tiny holes, not through the...
No, I'm going through the big holes. The only time I go through the little holes are to close the slits. See how I'm closing this slit right here? Do you see that? Okay, that's the only time I go through the little holes. Other than that, I go behind the lace net and into the big hole. I never sew on the little holes. I always go through the big holes, right behind the lace, right before the Weave Buddies squares, and into, see that? Look.
Okay.
Okay. And then, so now I'm gonna bring it down until I'm at I call this the large slit. So I'm gonna stop here at the large slit. And to stop here, I am gonna go through the little hole and then just close that up. That's where I'm gonna stop at this point. And so, cause I wanna go back to the other side.
I'm gonna take some notes, and I'm visual learner, so let me make sure I draw a picture of this.
Okay, and also remember, there's a video with this information that you're going to have.
And you know, the funny thing is, I just don't understand why I didn't get that at the beginning. So it's, okay, so it's starting.
The good thing is that video you can watch over and over, like,
Yeah.
until you're like, oh, okay, that's what she was talking about.
Like, yeah. I like how you say you watch it on different days too, because some days you catch something and you didn't catch the day before.
Yes, exactly.